my name is John Garfield. This is the author's note, sort of an introduction to Seers and Doers. So I was raised on a ranch in Montana, and I worked as a chemical engineer for a career. And I got saved in the charismatic renewal just before I went to college in 1970, and went to, for 16 years, went to a worshiping, prophetic, spirit-filled church that planted other churches. It was a great experience. And then the following 13 years, starting in 1990 to 2003, I planted two churches as a senior pastor. And then in 2003, we sort of went on and wrote Releasing Kings and developed more of a seven mountain emphasis for helping people become more entrepreneurial and connecting with their kingdom purpose. So 4 kids and 6 grandkids later, my wife Sue still loves me, by the way. And I'm saying all that to say this. I have been around the charismatic block for a while, and by personality, I have no particular bias toward mysticism. Quite the contrary. However, I've had a change of heart based on a bunch of experiences and friends that we summarized like 30 of those experiences in the appendix, so I encourage you to take a look at that. The first 6 chapters of this book are give the story and the biblical basis to the best of my understanding, and there's a video with each chapter, and we've kept it very simple. So I originally kept I've always kept notes on my own for my own prayer diary. This time I typed them up because I wanted to clarify what was happening for myself, and I wanted to get other people looking over my shoulder in case I was getting into some kind of a ditch. But the more trips to the council I made, to the courts, etc., the better I felt about what I was experiencing, and the people I was sharing this stuff with felt, it resonated with them as well. And so I did agonize over who to share it with and when to share it, but in the end, the Lord gave me a release to share this more publicly, and perhaps it's more correct to say it's more like an instruction to stop hiding. So the reason for sharing this isn't because I consider myself an expert. I'm actually brand new, and there are many in the kingdom far ahead of me whose materials I've referenced throughout this. And what is unique is that sometimes a newbie can share a simple experience in an awkward way that other people who have not tasted heaven's courts or counsel can be encouraged to follow. It can be made simple. And so I am not the only cowboy or engineer in the world or in the kingdom. So I feel like a toddler in a forest of sequoias, very vulnerable. Yet I have the sense of Jesus holding my hand and taking me through that forest toward a light that is the Father. And it's like the Holy Spirit is right behind us, and there's danger in the woods. You can see wolves and stuff on the sideline, but it's like the light and the power of the Lion of the tribe of Judah sort of makes them keep their distance. So if you're a toddler among the sequoias, like I am, you may find this encouraging. I do. So the second niche that this book fills is that we all need an experience in heaven to complete our hearts and our vocations on earth. It's both spiritual and practical. So we are intercessors, but we're more than that. So as priests, we can access heaven as seers. We're mediators on the trading floors and the courts of heaven, and we can see what the Father's doing and bring it back to earth. And as kings, we can inherit our land with a vision for the nations, and on earth we're leading initiatives in mountains, creating value and wealth, managing cash flow, and making a difference. It's that practical. So that's rare to find this combination of spirituality and cultural impact, which is what God is pulling people into right now. So you and I are we're all unique individuals with important destinies and kingdom desires that God has wisely orchestrated in a mosaic that only He can manage. I'm not offering an organization or some kind of a hierarchy on how to do all this. Our job is to release hearts in heaven and on earth, and that's what our Father's doing right now. And you're invited. I'm inviting you personally to come on this journey with me. And some of the things we share in the chapters and the experience in the appendix are profound and amazing. And so I want you to not read this book with the sense of gaining knowledge or getting some new insight, although there are plenty of those. Come with me on an experience to see Jesus. Amen. God bless. Have a great trip.